Volskaya Foundry goes late. The Protector historically has not been highly prioritized by many people, but has been buffed recently. Anecdotally, I'll say I think it's better. I don't know if it's worth it to play for the objective, but it is better than before, which isn't very hard because before it was pretty trash. Junkrat, always a menace to deal with. The point control, the like area control that his traps give make fighting on point a real nightmare. The Hogger ban, I think it makes sense. We saw Mercy play a pretty strong Hogger in one of the two previous blocks. There's the Tracer ban. And last but not least, I would love to see a Stitches ban. Oh, they're going to prioritize the Imperious. Oh, just don't let it be a Stitches game. Oh. Jibs is going to pick Stitches, I just know it. Don't do it, man. Please. It's just the biggest scam hero. Zool instead. Alright, Zool from Tezo. Tezo stepping in as a sub for this game. Very interesting. Zool. This makes me think we might be getting into like an Oops All Bruisers situation. Li Ming and Garrosh. Li Ming kind of interesting into the Zool, given that he spawns junk for her spells to get caught on. Maybe I'm thinking too far into it. Maybe they don't interact enough for that to matter. Late game scaling is the name. There's Nazeebo Whitemane. So Vile Infection at level 20, that's going to be an issue for Red Team to deal with. Mortal Wound from Zool at 20. The 75% heal shred that Zool gets on his Spectral Scythes. I never know if Whitemane's 20s are considered strong or not. Whitemane is a true mystery to me, friends. There's the Nova ban. Interesting, interesting. With Nova ban, what does that tell us about the heroes they want to pick? I do not know. Blaze, I guess. Nova's decent into Blaze because she can interrupt jet propulsion. Ooh, Chen, everyone's favorite alcoholic. And Stukov. Okay, so no cleanse. Well, that's not true. Garrosh is a cleanse. Into the fray, always good. Yeah, I knew it was going to be a Stitches game. God damn it, Jibs. Stitches and Hanzo. Alright. Yeah. Okay, so late game scaling for our left side. There's the Kerrigan from Skills again. So let's take a look at our heroes as our teams prepare for game one of this draft. Offlane Stitches? Why are we getting so funky with it? Oh no. Is anyone surprised he rips the Stitches? No, of course. This Jibs is an unrepentant Volskaya Stitches lover. It's disgusting. And yet we still love him. Who is sicker, I ask you? The Stitches Volskaya picker or the people who love him? Stitches on any map. Yeah, Stitches on any map. I know you like it. I mean, with hook accuracy like that, Who wouldn't like it? All right, let's get into the game. See how our teams execute. Or executor, right? Pokemon? Anyway, we've got Bob on Hanzo, Mercy on Whitemane, McGiblets on Stitches, Hunter on Nazebo, and Tezepako on Zool. They're your blue team. And to the right in red, Valkyrie on Stukov, Synthesis on Garrosh, Killer Fairy playing Li Ming, Skills on Kerrigan, and Akron on Chen. What do we got at level 1? That redemption? Ooh. Redemption for Bob. Fun, fun. Hungry for more on Stitches. Thing of the Deep. So, a couple different quests for our blue team in the meantime and in between times. Akron looking for globes to collect the freshest ingredients for his brew. Not much going on. Jibs wasn't kidding. It's off-lane Stitches. It's disgusting. Why do you do this thing? Ooh, nice. Stitches, for all he brings to a team, he is relatively gankable. Skills in pretty deep here. So First Blood goes in favor of the red team. We're still pretty even on experience. Are we dropping minions anywhere? Not really. Akron already up to 3 globes. That's a great start. Oh, Hunter X. Ooh. Retreats into the minion wave, but Synthesis is patient. And that's another takedown. Low blow from Valkyrie at level 1, helping secure the takedown. I promise I'll stop staring at the offlane. Another Groundbreaker and another takedown. Synthesis on Garrosh, causing a lot of trouble for blue team here. That's an early level 4 for them. They haven't started here. Mercy hasn't scouted the bush! Oh no! Whitemane still has lots of mana, but that's a great combo from Skills. 4 takedowns unanswered thus far. Zebo's creepy sounding gingerbread wall. One of my least favorite sound effects in the whole wide game. Bob's been doing a solid job getting the redemption stacks together in spite of a rough early game for the blue team. Up to 7 stacks, not a bad start. Hunter X tossed in. The body blocks from Synthesis are strong. A great use of Into the Fray. Gets Killer Fairy out to safety. And Tezepako's chasing in. They've got Backlash at level 1. So not only does their bone armor grant a fair bit of survivability, it puts threat onto Garrosh as well at 10% maximum HP. No joke. Synthesis catches Bob, but they make it over in time. Oh! Okay. There's the unstop. Synthesis uses the Indomitable. And all those hero takedowns means an early level 7. Of course, it also means that red team have not secured their fortification camp. So a little bit of an item mismatch in favor of blue team. They've secured 1 gun, 1 turret, to red team's none. Level 7's on both sides now. Synthesis saves once again, and that's Bob finishing out Redemption. That paired with the level 7 means that they can start putting out lots and lots of damage on the Hanzo. Tezepako, there's the intercession. Synthesis falling a little low here. Looks like they're going to get out safely. There's the reset for Killer Fairy, but they cannot connect, and it's an easy clear on the turret. So no objective progress. Another takedown for the red team. Synthesis, they're going to catch Hunter X this time. Oh, gosh. But it's going to cost them. Yeah, they'll die. They'll die for that. You can't step up to Redemption Hanzo like that. Not without bringing your Stukov. I'll tell you what. Skills trying to get aggressive onto Tezepako here. Oh, one more auto attack. Yeah, there it is. Bob secures the second takedown for the blue team. Stukov alone in the protector. They have to start running home. They're in trouble. They could die. Do we have a hook? No hook. Alrighty. Where are we? 91 stacks on Voodoo Ritual / Thing of the Deep. Acheron gets the slow onto Bob. There's the Unstoppable used early. Tezepako gets some healing from Mercy. Still living. Killer Fairy gets the takedown thanks to the level 7. 10 ripped, and Bob gets another takedown onto Li Ming. Not respecting the Hanzo damage. It's going to cost red team another respawn timer. Alright. We saw 2 heroics used. In fact, Synthesis. Oh, buddy. Oh, no! Oh, that's so unlucky. Valkyrie swiping away McGiblets as he gorges. Giving a guaranteed takedown. That's just some unlucky anti-synergy right there. Anything out of the ordinary on heroics? We've got Gorge, Gargantuan, Poison Nova. A little surprised to see Poison Nova, but honestly, Zul's heroics aren't that good, either of them, in my opinion. Swipes, Decimate, Disintegrate, Summon Ultralisk. Oh, skills, are you in trouble, bud? There's the Dragon's Arrow. Oh, a lot of damage from Mercy and a takedown. Skills a little too far ahead. Mercy tossed in. There's the silence. A lot of Decimate value here. Killer Fairy trying to get the takedown, but it is the Li Ming who falls instead. Bob, unharassed, is just peppering in all the damage. Stitches catches the Stukov, but that's why you've got your cleanse on your tank. Synthesis able to save the Stukov momentarily. And Gargantuan summoned, mid-fort, gonna fall. I believe, though I don't have a source on this, that Redemption Complete Hanzo is the highest single target building damage in the game. With just AAs. I don't know if that's true. Because like there are a lot of heroes that do a lot of auto attack damage. But increasing Hanzo's attack damage by 50% is like a little too much. You know, his auto attack is balanced around the fact that it's slow. So giving him a lot more autos is pretty good. Burns out. As long as you don't lose those redemption stacks, it's pretty impactful. Chen is showing in bot lane. Stitches has shown in mid. They've got Fishing Hook online. Where are we missing a full level's worth of experience? It's all on hero takedowns. Oh, a Dragon's Arrow. It connects, but only onto the Stukov. Tezepako tossed in deep. pops the Nova. Skills and McGiblets dueling it out here. Bob able to get the takedown and hop back out. Tezupaco lives. Why does Tezupaco live that? Mercy working overtime on the white main, no doubt. Oh no, Valkyrie! Done killed yourself. Oh, bud. The Garrosh wasn't worth it. That is a shame. Synthesis wants to get a cheeky toss over the wall. They opted for extra range at level 1. Unrivaled strength means that they could get the toss over. At the very least, they've stalled out this camp grab. Skill stepping out pretty far for these level 4 stacks. Tezupaco tossed over the wall. And so that's a takedown. Synthesis, though, okay, they still have the Indomitable. They'll make it out. Dragon's Arrow! Oh no! Bob with these Dragon's Arrows. Absolute menace. Red team having a fair number of abilities that root them in place. We've got the Disintegrate from Li Ming, the Lurking Arm from Stukov, the Drink from Chen, and Bob willing to rip that Dragon's Arrow whenever they see red team standing still at low HP. Secured at least 2 or 3 takedowns at this point. Level 16s on both sides now. Oh, Akron finds Hunter X. Keeps him away from the wall. Great unstoppable Tezupaco tossed in. They don't get the Poison Nova off. This is now a 4v5. Oh gosh, another swipes into Gorge mishap. Killer Fairy rooted. Synthesis is low. There's the Dragon's Arrow. Synthesis dodges. Another interrupt on the Poison Nova. Akron tries to mount up. It's gonna cost him, but they dodge the hook. Okay, that was big. And finally, Poison Nova goes off. Oh, Synthesis eating all that damage from another keg. Trying to find Tezupaco here and keep them in the fort range, but instead, Akron will be able to stagger the damage. Staggers the fun ability. Works out. But only Chen kills Chen. Alas, it's not enough. Blue team would love to get this fort taken down. Oh no! Giant Slayer from Hanzo finds the takedown on Synthesis. It was all red team in the early game, but here in the late game, Blue has truly come online. They will not leave until this keep falls. We're already up to 997 stacks. Skills dodges the root with Cocoon. Looks for the turnaround combo, but it does not connect. Jibs finds another... Oh, okay, but... Okay, great, unstoppable. Valkyrie with the Dragon's Arrow. They're walking away. The keg's causing chaos. Synthesis tosses out Tezupaco. One more flying kick from Chen. Oh, can they get out? Elusive Brawler, okay. There's the Poison Nova. Valkyrie gets the swipes. Bone Spear from Tezo. Did it matter? Bone Spear a little weird, but I guess it synergizes some with amplified damage at 13. Makes me wonder about the Jailers at 4, though. Synthesis caught by the long-range hook. But Bob does not find those auto attacks. Oh, pops over the wall. Now they're looking for Valkyrie. One more meaty auto from Stukov. Okay. P.S. We hit Storm Talents. Tezepaco's running it down. They still have their bone armor. I was excited by the 1v1, but in the meantime, top keep is falling, as was skills. Oh my god, Hook. Oh no, Stukov. Tezepaco's gonna die! No, he doesn't, because Lightmane is redonk. Great job wearing that. Killer Fairy not gonna have enough HP in the end. Still, an excellent job intercepting the Dragon's Arrow with Keg. With that said, these two heroes are not going to stop the core push, and so that will do it for Game 1. GG and well played. Alright, so there you go. Game 1 in the books goes in favor of the Dirty Stitches pickers. You hate to see it. Post-game stats. A little bit of a one-sided game, truth told. 18-7 in takedowns, notably. Bob living throughout the whole time. Redemption, really good if you never have to build it back up in the late game. A little surprised that Hunter X's damage didn't end up being higher just because they were able to complete Vile Infection, but the game was over so quickly after they finished it. The Tezepaco damage surprises me. 59k was, I guess, chalk it up to Shackler? And Poison Nova? Poison Nova, of course. That'll do it. Builds, nothing crazy, nothing out of the ordinary here. These are Whitemane talents. We've got a couple Whitemane enjoyers in chat, so they can let us know if this is the right build. Alright, sorry friends. Let's head back over to the Battleground selection here. Boop. And what did I say? I said we were going to do Dragonshire. Alright, where are you, Dragonshire? There you are. And share that around to the teams. And bring up my spreadsheet to make sure everybody's on the right side. Skills and Killer Fairy need to swap. Okay. And so that should be skills and Killer Fairy, Valkyrie, swap team. Macron, swap team. Synthesis needs to swap with Tezo. Okay. We should be off to the races here shortly. Asmo does not like the Chen build. I'm pretty sure that was a standard Chen build though, with the flying kicks and. I mean, don't get me wrong, the auto attacks are fun, but I do think Flying Leap is, at least that's the one that I play most. But right-clicking on people and them dying is pretty exciting. All right, so then looks like we're ready to go. Okay. Last game of the evening. We're headed to Dragonshire. And who doesn't love Dragonshire? Don't answer. Don't answer that question. It's a rhetorical question. Everyone loves Dragonshire in this stream. It is decided. So it was a pretty convincing win for our blue team in game 1. Some good moments there, like the early game, Garrosh composition was really running them over. But after Heroics came online, it just felt like Team 4 didn't have the gas to keep going. Bob, in particular, with the Dragon's Arrows, having a lot of impact. The Stitches Gorge, scam that it is. Okay, I like the Rexar ban. I hate Rexar because I can't play Rexar. If you can play Rexar, Rexar's great, especially on Dragonshire. But man, brain small, 2-character hard. I gotta play Jimmy Raynor and ETC at the same time? No way. Couldn't be me. Alright, first pick, what do we got? Dahaka. I think it's a great first pick. The global definitely applies pressure across the battleground, which on something that hinges on all 3 lanes having a winning scenario matters a lot. Being able to get those uneven fights. Both damage on the side of Team 3 with a Junkrat Maiev. Not the strongest kill confirm just yet. Junkrat can do a fair bit of damage. Maiev can do a fair bit of damage very conditionally. And you thought your Stitches was fun. Wait till you see our Stitches. We've paired it with an Anduin. Everyone's favorite combo. I mean, I think you ban one of Skills heroes, right? I guess Valyr's probably in Skills hero pool. Skills definitely favoring a lot of those melee flex heroes. I like the Anub ban. The ability to cross terrain, very powerful on Dragonshire. Out of vision ganks, always pretty spooky. That's an excellent answer to the Stitches. We've got Medivh in the house. Yeah, maybe instead of an Anduin, that's a Malfurion. And then the Medivh pick isn't as punishing.
Victory for the
Being able to control Portal with Root would be so good. And I don't know if there's a... Do I have delay running? I don't think so. Either way, Boomer, you and I, same wavelength. Last pick here. Yeah, there you go. Main tank my Ev. That is funky. All right, let's double check. Make sure that I've got everything set up the way I want it to look, because how I look is very important to me, how you see me. I want you guys, I want to look the best I can for all of you viewers. All right, game 2. Junkrat, Maiev, Medivh, Stukov, Chromie. They got a lot of vision. They got a lot of vision tools. It's going to make it hard for Stitches to get hooks. They don't have a lot of hit points. They do have a lot of damage. So Team 3, kind of high risk, high reward. Team 4, a lot more straightforward. I guess you've got Junkrat or Chromie for the off lane and top. Yeah, man, this is going to be a weird one. We could see all sorts of weird Medivh rotations as well. I'm excited to see how it works out. We can introduce our teams once again. On the left in blue, we've got Team 3. Bob on Stukov, Hunter X on Junkrat, Mercy on Maiev, Tezepako on Chromie, and McGiblets playing Medivh with a far more sensible composition. We've got Team 4. Skills on Gul'dan, Killer Fairy on Sylvanas, Valkyrie on Anduin, Akron on Dahaka, and Synthesis playing Stitches. Akron looks for the drag, does not connect. Mercy gets the tether, but it's dodged by the burrow. Enhanced agility for Akron. We've heard those distinctive Maiev reset sounds, so we know that Naisha's Memento is available. Man, that's a lot of damage. And we're dropping top soak already. Would love to see Akron maybe making that aggressive rotation instead. Oh, great. Vault of the Wardens. Mercy's going to be able to escape. Of course, this prolonged skirmish in mid lane means that blue team a little bit slower to their camps. Kind of doesn't matter, though, because Naisha's Memento goes brrrr, and there you go. Top camp all but done and dusted. I like Synthesis's rotation here. The point pretty well controlled, because Junkrat exists. Great hook target. Bob is the one that you want to catch. Killer Fairy, no! You Haunting Waved in! You're out of mana! What are you doing? Now Akron's in trouble. Great drag, though. Heck yes! Good job on the Haka. Secures first blood. Alright, what do we have at level 4? Lurker Strain once again. And Chromie gonna get through most of this top wall. Tezo left alone with the Bruiser camp. Mercy blinks in. Pursuit of Vengeance? What is it called? Gosh, I don't remember. And that's both objectives channeled. McGiblets head for the DK. Do we have a hero minion? No, we don't have a hero minion. That's first DK going over. relative ease. Oh, Mercy caught in. Do they have the Vengeance? They do. The shade thingy. I never remember what my E is called. A rather belated rotation up to the Dragon Knight means that mid-fort wall is taken care of. All but. Where'd the kick go? Alright. You probably escape, right? Oh, great drag! Nah, it doesn't matter, they're minions. Oh no, do you have burrow? Oh no, you don't have essence. You're dead. Oh, great dodge. Where's your healer? Oh no. Okay, so you trade. Great hook onto Bob, and that's another takedown. 3-1. But top fort. Oh, my beloved top fort. What have they done to you? Gul'dan, definitely the sort of strong pushing hero you would like in this scenario. They're going to get through the bot fort wall with relative ease, and Akron gets the solo takedown onto Tezepaco. Mercy hooked in, hit with the slow as well. Valkyrie trying their best to mind game the root, but the AoE route from Malfurion would have been a little bit better at that, methinks. Oh my goodness! No! Oh, the stacks. Oh, poor Stitches. Or poor Medivh. All he does is make the game awful. And what does he get for that? Constantly resetting stacks. He deserves it, is what I'm saying. Yeah, and we've got a full level lead at this point. This is all off the back of hero takedowns, although minion XP also favoring Team 4. Team 3 just on the back foot from an experience standpoint. I would love to see Team 4 get something done with... Okay, there's the Gorge. Does it matter? Oh, a slight mistime there, but in the end, Medivh falls nonetheless. Hunter X and Bob are in range to secure this objective. And up top, Tezepaco. Oh, Hunter X. Hunter X indeed. Boops away. There's the hook onto Mercy. Checking in on the top side. Not much happening. Checking back in on bot side. Not much happening. Gul'dan channels in mid. And there's the second DK. What a shove. Oh no. Can Synthesis survive? What's the cooldown on E? I should have been paying attention to these other kills, but... something about watching a Junkrat follow Stitches around is really soothing. Alright. Looks like they're gonna play it safe, given how much damage blue team has. Okay, Skills is gonna make it out. I was going to say, given how much damage blue team has at their disposal and how little mobility Gul'dan has, I think playing it safe with the DK health makes a lot of sense. Securing mid-fort would have been a big benefit for them. Heavy commitment to top lane. Killer Fairy has already used... and there's the loop and the polymorph. Oh no. There's no kill like overkill. That said, they trade that Sylvanas takedown. There's the fear. Perfect usage on the corruption. Oh my goodness, Hunter X! Using the heroic as an ice block. What a freaking gamer, am I right? Bob shoves. There's the light bomb. Oh, McGiblets! And now it's Mercy. Oh, and now it's Bob. How's it going in top? Tezepaco might just get the fort. What a miserable lane for Acheron. This poor guy. Just having a Chromie run you all around. Even so, these takedowns, 9-4, have been giving red team enough space to secure more structures, more relevant structures as well. Bot fort and mid fort, far more relevant to most of the game compared to the top fort. It does make... Oh, Killer Fairy. No. A little bit of a cavalier usage of Haunting Wave seems to be plaguing everyone's least favorite war chief, question mark? Okay, okay, synthesis. There we go. Oh, but they've got the timeout. Longest stasis in the game. Fear connects onto one. Bob dragged in. Mercy taking damage. Tezepaco falling low. Mercy falling low. The lack of hit points not helping. Junkrat's secured bot objective. Oh, great. Catches Bob. There's the polymorph. Doesn't spread it. Nice. Do they have one more takedown? A good protect. Synthesis trying to get the chase. Can't do it. Man. How obnoxious is that? There's another Haunting Wave. Chooses not to take it. Synthesis gets the slow. Oh no, skills taken out, and Hunter X will escape. Synthesis in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Synthesis is DED. And we've got Anduin in the Dragon Knight. Interesting. Headed for top fort. Alright, so just to even out the catapult pressure. Oh, Anduin's in trouble though. Anduin, you gotta go, bud. Oh, Anduin's dead. Oh well. Oh, and an early unstoppable as well. Oh my goodness, I didn't know that Will of the Forsaken lasted that long. That was forever. I was sure that Killer Fairy had died. Still heavily in favor of the red team as far as structures and experience are concerned. Bob will fall. Isolation does not connect. Fears 2 away. Skills putting a lot of damage onto Tezepaco. There's the protect. Polymorph manages not to spread. Mercy and Tezepaco both fall. Giblets sidesteps the hook. Killer Fairy gets the interrupt on the mount. And that'll do it. 15-8 in takedowns. So thus far, the unorthodox composition of our blue team not bringing home the bacon in the way that I think they would have liked. Red team finishing off the final outer structure. Killer Fairy getting started on the Bruiser camp here in top lane. I guess yeah, I mean, no reason not to steal the hards, but I feel like you're never gonna push that keep, right? Alright, Shade of Vengeance. That's what it's called. No one takes it. I think that's smart. Objective spawning here. We've got Storm talents. What do we have? Haunt, Bolt of the Storm, Censure, Contagion, and Master Hooker. Alright. That's all very cool. How cheeky is Jibs gonna get for these stalls? Someone click, someone click, someone click. Please click. Hooky doke. Hook doesn't touch. There's the boot onto Tezepaco. Dragonite taking a lot of damage from the keep already. Poop in onto skills. There's the cage. Does not connect. Unkillable from the ally hook. Another hook does not connect. And mid-keep stays standing. Bit of a bummer. Late game DK like that, you would have liked to get a full structure. Ooh, Acheron and... Okay, awkward moments here. Acheron gets another drag. Killer Fairy falling very low, as is Acheron. The silence isn't enough. They were trying to go in onto Tezepaco and finish off the keep, but unfortunately, they lose their Dahaka in the process. Oh, we found the Chromie. Yeah, I don't know that we needed the light bomb. I think we might want the light bomb for later. All right, can blue team secure some structure damage? They've got 20s of their own. When push comes to shove, cannonballs, Maiev 20s all look the same to me. Shadow Orb, Shadow Strike. So additional slow and reducing armor. Cool. Mid-keep falls, but I think Sylve dies. Okay, there's the Unstoppable. There's the Unstoppable. Skills. Oh, Skills, what are you doing so deep? Skills is dead. Is the keep taking damage? Probably not. Nothing serious. Skills playing it like they had Demonic Circle. Perhaps that is their go-to Storm talent? And they'd just forgotten? With Polymorph, there's no risk of the Leyline steal. And it is Glyph of Polybomb. So more bombs more often. Acheron using their Burrow to get, or their Brushstalker to get to the top lane, but Gibbs is ready on the bot side. And so the Moonshrine will flip. And just like that, red team have waited out their power play. Synthesis pulling the arm of the slot machine, the Stitches gamble, All right. That's another DK. 18 minutes in, not the unstoppable force that I think a lot of people might want it to be. Hunter X boops themselves to safety. Whiff of Polybomb. Triggers back and forth a couple times. And it looks like we're headed for bot keep. Oh, narrowly missing with the hook there. Hunter X just pixels away. There's the silence on to Mercy. Do they take the Shade of Vengeance in? They do not. Looks like bot keep will have quick work made of it. Tezupaco once again uses the timeout to get out of trouble. Skills lands the fear onto 2. What a great drag, and McGiblets dies. Skills continuing to get HP back. Hunter X. Oh, there's the great usage on the burrow, but the martyrdom, total mayhem, ends up costing it. And that's the last quest reward. So the gambitized version, okay, Mercy hooked in. They've still got 2 charges of Vault of the Wardens, which is super duper balanced and not at all overpowered. Great hook onto Tezupaco. Oh, a little bit mistimed there. Tezupaco, I think, could have gotten out. They had minions. Likewise, Mercy, I think, could have gotten out. They had minions. Drawing the fort aggro was certain death. I get the sense that our blue team isn't as concerned about the outcome of this second game of the block. Awkward baby portal. Is it enough? With Glyph of Volleybomb? Okay, silence? Great hook! Oh man, Synthesis on Stitches really coming in clutch here. I guess we fall back and grab DK? Is the call? Fair enough. Are we building a boss as well? Oh, this is getting greedy. Skills, stop doing this. Go with the team, bud. Oh, this is getting weird. Valkyrie running in, looking for the Censure stun. Gul'dan still working on that camp in bot lane. They are late to the party. Glyph of Polybomb, and there's the double loop. Immediate takedown onto Valkyrie. Of course, the Dragon Knight is getting through the core shields, but looks like they're only going to make it through the shields. Another Polybomb. Synthesis falling low. McGiblets will lose their stacks once again, because infinite quests are the best sort. There's the Tunneling Claws in onto Bob. Do they have the drag available? There's the drag! Akron gets the takedown. Synthesis will pay with their life. Akron gets the silence onto 2, but they've already used the burrow offensively, so they're going to die. Man, this game's back and forth. Okay. Well, a little bit of an awkward moment. Amazing core defense there from our blue team. The cage from Mercy getting a lot of value. Still waiting on their Stukov respawn. I mean, the map is in a real rough state for our blue team. With all of those takedowns, they've managed to do their homework. And not even all of their homework. Bot lane is still pushing very heavily 2 catapults and the siege camp. Of course, the catapults don't matter because of the siege camp. Because this game has pathing issues. Oh no! Killer Fairy! It's not enough. The portal has been used already. McGiblets has a protect. Push comes to shove. Acheron will escape. Does any damage happen? Oh, please catapult. Okay, 1 catapult. 1 out of 2. Yeah, Hunter X is here on time. What am I looking for? This is what I'm looking for. Alright, alright. Great. So we just have to do a 15-minute second. Oh, the hook onto Hunter X! A double loop with the polybomb onto Valkyrie. Oh no, they lose Anduin. They've got the chase with the portal as well. We've got Siege Giants knocking on the core's door once again. Hunter X has to go back to deal with it. But there's no healer. Skills falling very low. Oh, they don't have enough. Killer Fairy in a lot of trouble. They'll use Bolt of the Storm. They escape to safety. Acheron keeping both the Sun and Moon Temples altars channeled. Great use on the Haunting Wave to dodge the Maiev tether there. A lot of damage on the Mercy now. Okay, we've got the double loop and the cage and the silence and everything, and that's another staggered death. Alright, if blue team continues to get these staggered kills, they can start clawing these structures back. Acheron still putting pressure on the objective. We've got double lasers. Kezapako and Bob are in range. 2 catapults on core now. Wave has spawned. How much does it matter? Yeah, Hunter X is here on time. 1%. Up. Alright. This time, blue team's definitely getting the objective. And 26-minute DK. That's a big baby. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of hit points and attack damage. Headed straight for the mid keep. We do have all 5 heroes up for red team. They have the tools available to make this defense. There's the hook onto Hunter, but can't go through sidewalls. Quick little punt away. Skills. Gotta be careful with the Junkrat boop. There's another hook, but once again, cannot pull through structures. DK below half HP. Big slow from the Stukov. And there's the hook. This time, it's on time. A little bit of a mistiming there. Oh, skills falls. And Core's taking damage. Acheron still alive. Killer Fairy still alive. Mercy's going to pop out with full HP. Acheron gets the drag. How much damage can Killer Fairy do? It's not enough. Oh, the late game staggers. Oh no. Blue team wins. GG and well played. Shucks, friends. Just goes to show you can't stagger like that in the late game. So in the end, it's 2-0 in favor of the blue team. The non-traditional comp takes it. They had overwhelming damage, and I think it took our red team by surprise a couple different times. We can head over to our post-game stats, see what's what. Tezepaco, top of the charts, doing all sorts of damage. Skills, putting up respectable numbers themselves, but... And if you just looked at the number of takedowns, you would absolutely guess that red team had been the victors. But it's about when they happened that mattered most. Show our last little bit of talent. Rampant Hellfire at 16 paired with a Drain Life build. I feel like Darkness Within is the far more common pick at 16 for that build, but both very powerful. Anything else out of the ordinary? The Umbral Bind at 13 and 16 really amplified the threat that Mercy was able to put out. And there you have it. That's a game. That's our final block of the evening, no less. So thanks everyone for sticking around, checking out the games, checking out our free agents, and a fair bit of subs. I hope everyone is able to pick up talent for their teams in the coming season. Season 20 signups are open. You can head over to nexusgamingseries.org to sign up if you have not already. If you're new to the idea of NGS, come check us out. You can use the link is there in chat. It's a great... When do signups close? That's a good question, Axon. I know a bot that knows. Where am I looking? There we go. Dates. Registration closes July 20th. So it's coming up. 10 more days. 10 more days for registration as it closes Sunday, July 20th. So get your team together. Everybody, show up. It's going to be great. And if you don't have a team yet, you can always form one. It's going to be exciting to participate in the 20th season of the Nexus Gaming Series, the largest community-run amateur Heroes of the Storm league in North America. It's very fun. It's a great community. We'd love to have you all show up. Before I sign off, I'll give a few shout-outs. First and foremost, to everyone who tuned in, thanks for coming, cheering on these squads, and sharing your thoughts, feelings, and jokes. Also, a big shout-out to all of the volunteer staff at the Nexus Gaming Series. Everybody works really hard and all for free. We wouldn't have games to watch or play if not for all of their hard work. So to everyone involved on the volunteer side, thank you so much. And last but not least, a big shout out to all of the artists, programmers, and musicians whose work I feature here on the stream. It wouldn't look or sound anywhere near as good without their contributions. You can find links to all of their work below and coming up in a credit roll after I sign off. Please do go check out their work. It's all Creative Commons licensed or open source work. So if you've enjoyed anything you've seen or heard, it could be in your next project as well. Until next time, friends, good luck and have fun out there. Peace and love.